Okay. Can y'all hear me? Turn that off. All right, good. Yes, it's early today. It's 4:30 my time, and I have to be somewhere at 6:30. But you know I want to be early, so but it have to be there at 6:30. So I'm gonna do this now. So this will go from 4:30 to 5:30 for the hour. Because I didn't want to go from 5 to 6 and then be in a hurry. So I don't give yourself time here, especially in retrograde, for anything and everything to happen and come up. So right now is when I have time to absolutely do this. So I'm going to do it right now. Teeny bit early. I miss my later time, 6:27 where you are. 7:30 your time, Joyce. I have not adjusted then yet to that because I just came from the East Coast. So starting the Sunday streams at 8 o'clock fit in my life a lot better than 5 o'clock. But we adjust. We're adjusting, I should say. We're not there yet. So it's been rush. So I'm trying not to do that. So I'm giving myself some time here. Florida water, no. What is that? Bath and Body Works. Florida water, actually, I put that on first, but it dries my hands out because it's got alcohol in it. So then you got to follow it up with something else. Which is nice, but it's not neutral. So it stays in the bathroom somewhere. It's like it doesn't. I wear cologne like nobody's business, and this is too many scents going on. So anyway, well, thank you. I got this. This was Sylvia Hanks sent me this. It was like a pack of 12 of them, so I have a bunch in different colors. But the Florida water's got the alcohol #1 and fragrance. So anyway. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions left over from the Sunday stream. Ashy cards are not cute, especially ashy hands, especially when you got to use your hands and hold stuff up. Dust your knuckles. Okay. So first question, somebody wanted to know, will the white supremacists be labeled terrorists? Okay, let's see. And I took these questions from the community post. For those who don't know, we post a community post every Saturday for questions, and That's where those questions come from. And you can go in and leave those there. I think Joe Biden, because he was asked, what can be done about this movement and so forth and so forth. But he was saying they're not labeled a terrorist group, so there's not a federal big push effort to do something about them, but will they be labeled a terrorist group? Now, just like the Klan back then were more of a terrorist group because of the actions that they committed. Now they're just more free speech hateful. So it's not a lot you can do, because you can be just as hateful as they are, and then we can all just be uncivilized. But I say that if you have some procession of deranged, mentally ill, to be honest, to be mentally ill people walking down the streets with wizard hats on, give bad names to wizards, with wizard hats on, or the ghost sheets with the eyes cut out, and somebody with a regular function brain can be triggered by that. I think that's terrorist enough. But anyway, 9 of Cups and the Ace of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, the Justice, the Page of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, the Tower, the 4 of Cups, and the Lovers. No, I don't think so, at least not by this spread. The 9 of Cups and the Ace of Cups, this might be a bit of a wishful thinking type thing. With the Ace of Cups, it could be, just an overflow of emotions. The 9 of Cups can be, like I said, the wishful thinking. So it may be that they create such an emotional reaction from people that this is something we want. Just like anything else, MAGA or whatever else that they got over there, Federal Society. So we want things to happen because of its horrible effects or because they're just horrible people. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen. Just like I keep saying, people don't quit their jobs just because we want them to. Yes, we want Kavanaugh gone. We want that other fool, Thomas, Graham, McConnell. We want all of these things, but that's more of what this is. Emotions, heightened emotions lead to wishful thinking. Like, I'm so sick of this, or I'm so happy with this that I want this. And it's not necessarily a thing to joy to, absolutely. But the Justice meets the 5 of Cups, so Justice meets disappointment. It's not all. 5 of Cups is a sort of a warning card that your perspective needs to change because there is still something here. So just because they're not labeled a terrorist group does not mean they are accepted by the rest of society. It just means that, federally speaking, we can't, bomb them and send them somewhere else. But it does meet the disappointment of the 5 of Cups, but it is a perspective card. 7 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Tower. They will be on the defensive, though, because, again, this is not something that's accepted. And the Page of Pentacles could be news about fines, or news about even permits, something you pay for with the Page of Pentacles. So it may be that you see them less and less. They're still there. The light comes on, the roaches hide, but they're still there. There is something, though, that could hinder their progress because their actions are dangerous or will be deemed dangerous, but it's not necessarily something you can label them as terrorists by the definition. In my definition, yes, but because, you don't, anyway, marching down the street and all that get up, you're not trying to install some sort of joy into the world. You're trying to create fear. But anyway, Liz Truss, got a question about her. Is she a threat to national security? I believe Boris Johnson was too. Okay, Liz Truss. Liz Truss. Is she a threat to national security? Liz Truss, 9 of Wands and the world. There's some pressure being put on by a large group of people. This is not necessarily the world stage, but she could be doing something that calls her to be on the world stage. So this may be a like support of Ukraine and so forth and so forth. But there's something that is pressuring her on the world stage here too. Death and the Hangman. There was something that was very stuck or very almost like she was sitting on her hands with something. And that has to change here with the death card. It's going to change in a major way, though. This is not little. Death card is never small. Justice in the King of Wands and the Four of Cups. There's also the reluctancy to, I don't say go after, but the reluctancy to apply the, I guess, legal ramifications or legal pressure on some man here. Like there's the reluctancy to follow through. The Five of Swords, she suffers some sort of defeat around there's a committee or a group of people. Maybe this is just Parliament, but there's a group of people here. There's also something, she may have some sort of gaffe or moment of lapse of judgment around something to do with the Queen as well. Oh, she's down with Putin. There's some reluctancy around a man here. It's a leader of some sort, whether it's a leader of a company or a leader of a country, but it's a leader of some sort, and there's some reluctancy to take him to task. So even let's say if it wasn't him, let's say, just for examples, this could be a person who is part of a company who is poisoning the water, and then she knows this about it, and so she may have gotten a donation from him or some sort of kickbacks from him, and so she's reluctant to have to do something. Chris Christie went through this too, with whatever company was doing some sort of poisoning of the land in New Jersey. And he said that he's going to go after this company and they're going to do the cleanup and they're going to do this. And he got, I think, $200 million from this company, or 15 million. It was millions of dollars that he got from this company. Now, these people donated to his campaign and so forth and so forth. But the New Jersey district attorney or somebody there in New Jersey were suing the company or asking for billions of dollars, like $2 billion. And then he settled for like 200 million or something like that. So it's one of them things. She has some sort of reluctancy to go after some man here. There's some sort of gaffe or some sort of something here too that she gets into about the Queen. But is she a threat to national security? I would say she is one to be watched, because the Four of Cups is a reluctance to do your actual duty. That's what the Justice card is as well. And so you don't need a person second guessing. But there is a person here second guessing. So I won't say she is a Donald Trump, but she is not. She is to be watched. Because y'all can get rid of y'all's a lot easier than we can. Okay. Matt Gaetz. Why? We know why, but I want to do this first because I have another question afterwards. Why did he ask Donald Trump for a pardon? Is it because he knows he is guilty? Thank you. That's a better way to say it. She's not trustworthy. Oh, good old terrorism. So why did he ask Donald Trump for a pardon? I'm back up. The Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords. There is trying to escape court. Queen of Wands is a judge for me, or as a woman, could be trying to escape the accusatory nature of some woman. The Seven of Swords is a plan, trying to sneak away with something, trying to get away with something, trying to be devious, that type of thing. So I need to get away with something. Now, here's the thing already before we even go on, because the Three of Cups is here too. That's the party hardy. Seven of Swords already gives you the indication something was stolen, or we're trying to get away with something. Or there is a strategy. In the positive sense, it's a strategy of some sort. A strategy is needed. Now, either way, in this case, this is part of his strategy to get away with something. That's a pardon. Not pardon me, I stepped on your shoe, but pardon me, I broke the law. So then we have the Seven of Cups in the Strength, so I don't know how to get out of this other than this. In the Page of Wands and the Three of Cups, Page of Wands can be messages, especially if he left a trail of messages somewhere, like emails and things like that. And then the Three of Cups. Now, the pages could also be young people and then partying. So, yes, that is why. Now, what I want to know, since we have established his Seven of Swords, why hasn't he been charged? Why hasn't he been charged? Why hasn't he been charged, indicted, something? The Seven of Cups. There's a lot of options. There's some confusion as well. You have to tie things down. Cases don't just spring out of the ground. Six of Swords. They're having trouble moving through details. You can take Greenberg's testimony, but Greenberg needs to give you evidence. Hearsay does not really stand up in court. He said, she said. There's the justice there too. So it's more of a slogging through details, trying to find something more concrete. The Empress, yeah, the Six of Pentacles and the Devil. You can't create evidence. It has to be there. So there is something about finding evidence. The Six of Pentacles, the sharing of information. They also need more testimonies from somebody too. The Empress and the Devil. There are women who were abused, and so, or they're women now probably, and so there's something there. There's also new details with the Empress. The Empress brings the new. That will come through the Six of Swords. Six of Swords takes time too, and then the Devil. The hangman and the word of warning, something is stuck. That's where you get that 7 of Cups from too. Something is stuck. Something is not moving through very easily. The 2 of Pentacles, having a balance problem. 5 of Swords is defeat in Hermit. So investigations are still going on because you need more evidence. Evidence, not hearsay. That's what I say. Okay. We'll see, though. But don't wait forever. No, okay, we got time. Will the grave of Ivana be dug up? Oh, Lord Jesus. No. I'll pull the card anyway, just to say I answered it already. Come back. 9 of Wands is a no, but let's keep going. Chariot, 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 4 of Swords. No. No, it will not. Should it be is a whole nother thing, but no, it will not. Okay. Will Haiti ever find stability? Oh, Lord. I don't know, France, will it? For the prosperations of the Haiti. Shout out to all my Haitians. Will Haiti ever find stability? For the prosperity of its people. I did say that, didn't I? The World and the Page of Cups. And Justice, the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Strength card, and the Chariot card. It depends on what you mean by prosperity. Now, well, it depends on how you look at prosperity. Prosperity is going to be just defined as prosperity because I asked the question. But it depends on how you look at what's coming along. So with the World card and the Page of Cups, that says yes. The World card takes a cycle, though. The Wheel of Fortune is also here. The Wheel of Fortune is also a cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is something that happens in its own time. So it is something that has to be done by steps. You can't rush it. It's a baby steps. So the World and the Wheel of Fortune sort of tell the fate. You eventually end in success with the World card, but it takes a long time with the Wheel of Fortune, something that takes seasons. The Page of Cups is a yes. It's like, yes, the product of your imagination is the Page of Cups. Like you create something and boom, there it is. But it's pure-hearted. It's nice. It's wonderful. The Justice and the Queen of Wands, there is a woman here who can bring balance. She is very, what's the word? She's a dreamer. You know, she thinks on a different level than most people. Therefore, she has a lot of critics about her visions. So she seems a little immature, or she seems a little, not immature in a childish way, but immature in her thinking. Like you can't really expect things to work out just because you wish it and you hope it. So, she's a dreamer, but she is a person who can bring a lot of balance to Haiti. I came on early because I have to be somewhere at 6:30, not around 6:30, at 6:30. So, or not afterwards, I should say. So I'm going to get there early because retrograde is still a thing. 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups. There is some defeat to the hoping and wishing here with the Knight of Cups. This does not happen just because we will it. There are steps that need to be taken, which is where the Wheel of Fortune also comes in. There's a formula to this. There's actually a formula in the Wheel of Fortune. So you have to follow the formula, and then you will get the prosperity. This person helps, though, with this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, even if she's not the leader, she can still force you to think a different way. Like, I need you to look at your circumstances. I need you to look at your ingredients that you're putting into your own country and say, this isn't working. This is more of this, less of that. 9 of Wands is not going to be easy whatsoever because this is in the word of warning. So it's difficult. In the word of solace is the strength. It's difficult, but not impossible. You have the strength to do it. The Chariot. The Chariot speaks of a collaborative effort to do something. In the depiction of the Chariot, is it behind me? Anyway, there's this black sphinx and the white sphinx and the man in the cart or in the actual chariot. And so what you have to do here is everybody has to be doing the same thing before we progress. And so it's not impossible. It's just hard to do. But this says yes. There will be a better Haiti in the future. There's a woman who makes that possible. At the very least, she starts the conversation towards a better Haiti. It's difficult. Will progressives ever be the majority of the Democratic Party or form its own party? All right. Will progressives ever be the majority of the Democratic Party or form their own party? Let us see. 2 of Pentacles. That's a bad start. Well, it's not a bad start. It just means you have to keep things in the air. Magician, the World, the Lovers, the 6 of Pentacles, the Sun, the 9 of Cups, the Death, the 9 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Yes, eventually. The 2 of Pentacles is maintaining a balance or trying to keep something in the air. The Magician is skills and powers and talents of people of power. The World and the 6 of Pentacles is sharing time, money, information, or charity, or giving something to the world. So it's almost like there is, I don't want to say the word revolution because I don't want it to sound so raw, but it's more of a turn of the page. With the 6 of Pentacles in the World, there's something else being given. So there's possibly a speech or some talks about rallying the troops type thing. There's a man here with the King of Swords. He is the one that's going to lead the charge to sort of shake the Democrats awake, which I kind of feel a little apprehensive about, because what's happening that you need to do that? Now, mind you, you need to do that now, fine. But is it like we get another Republican president who's worse than Trump, or like what's happening right now? Anyway, I'm not even going to go. That's the conspiracy, so ignore all that. But there's a person here that is sort of leading the charge. I'll just leave it there. But we get the Sun. Yes, Nine of Cups, though, does say, keep in mind what that means. That does not mean that things get instantly better because you have more progressives, but it does mean the conversation changes, at least, because you have Cinema, who ran as a progressive. And here we are. So just keep in mind that just because they call themselves by this name does not mean that's who they are. They must be vetted. Nine of Cups is wishful thinking, so I don't want us to get so yay progressives and then we usher more of her in place. But the Nine of Pentacles in your word of solace means security, but this is something that is done over time. So give it a good 9 years, 10 years, and yes, your majority will start to change. For good or bad, go for it. Okay. Will Navient, I think that's how you say that, be sued again? That's the student loan provider. Okay, let's see. Will Navient be sued? Uh-oh. Queen of Wands, you're busy today, ain't you? All right, let's see. Eight of Cups, the Magician, the Knight of Pentacles, the Tower, the Hierophant, and the Seven of Cups. I don't see like a long court battle. There may be some arbitration. The Eight of Cups and the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Pentacles are something around institutions, because there's something else that may pop up too. With the Eight of Cups, there's walking away from something onto the next thing. So it may not be for the same thing. I don't know if they can be sued again for the same. I don't know. But the Magician here too, there's something around manipulation of institutions, like the Hierophant, and money over time, though. So these are payments. So there is something around the manipulation of steady payments to an institution. So there's your student loan. Now here, with the Tower and the Seven of Cups, Four of Wands, there is some exposure. The Tower is forced exposure. So this is something that comes out, not by your consent. So this is something that is revealed. Seven of Cups, to try to clear that confusion about a company. Four of Wands. The word of warning is Nine of Wands. The word of solace is Six of Wands. And then you have the Eight of Swords. It's not a big thing. The class is going good, Trillium. In the Eight of Swords, it's not going to be the big, long court case and national news and all that type of stuff. But there might be some arbitration or some settling. So we'll see. Okay, what else we got? Is there a psychic in Biden's inner circle, but not by choice, but is somebody in Biden's inner circle psychic? Okay. Let's see. I don't remember what this deck is called. I actually have not gotten a new deck since those ones from Barnes & Noble, which was a disaster. But I want to say, actually, I don't want to say because I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't keep the boxes because I don't care, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, Jesus. What was I asking? Oh, Well, then there it answered me already. Okay. See, at least Spirit is still on track, because I'm like, I don't even know what the question was anymore. 7 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, High Priestess, the Devil. Is there a psychic in his inner circle? Yes. The 6 of Wands. It's him. I mean, there's just one in his inner circle. I mean, everybody's psychic, technically. I don't know what deck this is. I have no idea. There's one in his inner circle, yes, but he's psychic too. But like I said, everybody's psychic. You're just in a different bracket. Some people read cards. Some people close their eyes and listen. Some people read stones, clouds, tea leaves, energy, faces, whatever you do. Everybody has a gut instinct, which is what your psychic ability is. So everybody has that thing. But High Priestess is highly psychic. The Devil is here too, with the 7 of Swords, which means there's something around, I don't say driving away demons, but it's almost like a warning system. I saw you before you were coming type thing. So this could be some sort of ancestral thing too as well. But yes, highly psychic, highly spiritual person. So this is not religious. This is spiritual. So this is a person who is possibly a person who does workings and rituals and things of that nature too. So there's 2. So he's psychic. He probably doesn't. Well, he probably does realize it, but not. He wouldn't call it that. But this person, yes, this person is proactive psychic. But they do something around driving away demons or bad energy too. Is Susan Rice the one who, is she the one who saged her office because Stephen Miller was in it? Who did that? It could be that person, because Stephen Miller is a mother trucker. So that could be him or her, whoever it is. DW. What is that? That's what the deck is. DW. It's not Walt Disney. Thought this was the Disney deck, but it's not. Anyway, Bryce, that was her. There you go. Highly spiritual person, not religious, but spiritual. Does anyone have evidence that Trump illegally shared classified info? Evidence or proof, even. Can I tell you more about I've never had a bad day philosophy? Darkwood. Thank you, Especia. There it is, called the Darkwood Tarot. See, ask y'all. Chat knows everything. Because it is all in the woods. Kamala saged her. I would sage the entire White House. I mean, by the time I got through with it, it would look like it was literally on fire because there's smoke coming out of every window. I would force every employee to line up, and I'm saging you too. Hope you're not allergic. If you are, we got health care. It's like, Lord, is there proof? Is there proof? Or evidence, at least, that he shared classified info? Ten of Wands. There's a burden in the Hangman. Something is stuck. Both of these are stuck cards. What does that mean? Nine of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Swords, Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Hierophant, Two of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Oh, I was answering your question. I'm all over the place. My philosophy of I've never had a bad day. So my other philosophy, I kind of mushed them together, is be grateful for everything you have. And well, actually it goes A then E. Anything you have and everything you don't. Anything you have, be grateful for it. If you got a roof over your head, be grateful for that. If you have something to eat, be grateful for that. If you have two legs you can stand on, be grateful for that. Even if you don't, if you have a wheelchair, be grateful for that. Be grateful you can breathe on your own. Be grateful for anything you don't have and everything you don't have. If you don't have an incurable disease, if you don't have a child in the ICU, if you don't have a car that is sitting on cinder blocks, if whatever the case may be, look in your life what you can be grateful for. And be grateful that you don't have as well. You don't have 18 court cases going on at the same time. Be grateful for that. You're not related to Donald Trump. Be grateful for that. Whatever it is, look into your life, comb through it, and be grateful. So when I say I've never had a bad day, it's because when you woke up and everything went wrong, it was still not a bad day. You just had bad moments. Somebody wanted to wake up today and did not get a chance to. You did. Therefore, make something of it. Even if it's just a small thing of just being grateful. That person did not get to be here. You did. Like that. Love that. Cherish that. It's not a bad day just because you had bad moments. We all have moments that are unnecessary. But the whole day is not ruined. You got to open your eyes. You're breathing on your own. Be good with that. So is there proof? Something is stuck. Whatever is stuck here. There is something. They're trying to get possibly some sort of evidence or proof. But something is held up and stuck. There is an ending to that though, and it brings a lot of worry here. The Wheel of Fortune, Four of Swords, and the Hierophant, there is, oh my goodness. The answer is yes, there is proof or evidence. Let's say, okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say anyway. But grain of salt, hashtag grain of salt. I think it's recorded. Hi, Jim. I think it's recorded. Hi, Kathy. I do. I think it's recorded. I didn't say they were going to get the proof, but it just leads me to the Nixon, why didn't you burn the tapes thing? Like, why are you leaving so much evidence behind? Like, I mean, good for us, but what in the world? If you're gonna anyway, I say yes. That's my answer. Russia and China. Why is China appearing to not be happy with Russia now? Is it a good PR stunt, or are they actually unhappy? Queen of Cups. Let's see. Oh, tricky dicky. I'll just fly out all over the place. Okay. Are they actually mad, or is this PR stunt? Hi, Darren. Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is image. I'm done already. 7 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups in the world. No. This is an image thing. Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. The cups care how they look. The Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. They're very outwardly pretty people most of the time. And they care about, because they're very self-conscious. So they care about what they look like. The Knight of Cups is the ultimate in image PR. Because it's the one knight that does not fight for something. The Knight of Swords is a reactive person, rushes in, chivalry, bravery. I'm going to go get him, just tell me where. Never mind the details, I'll figure it out on the way. The Knight of Wands, his horse is in the air, giving the impression he has to take control of this situation. The Knight of Pentacles horse is not moving at all because he is too busy taking notes. He wants all the details before he moves. That way, when he moves, it's on purpose and it brings the right result. So his is more calculated. The Knight of Cups poses. He has no intention on fighting. Don't give him nothing to do, but he can speak very well. He is the person, as I said in the class, that will sell a cup of water to a drowning man. He can do that. That's him. But don't ask him to do nothing. They're all image. 10 of Swords in the world, death in the world. And then 7 of Wands and 2 of Cups, they're getting pressure from their allies or some sort of cooperations or bonds that they have here. 7 of Wands, they're on the defensive for that. So it's an image thing. Like, why are you still supporting them when they're literally committing murder? Because China also supports North Korea, and so they tend to do that type of thing. And then Biden has to be forced to say, hey, we are going to defend Taiwan. So what are we going to do here? Yeah, he's the homecoming king, but he is not the star quarterback. Don't ask him to throw the ball. He'll take a picture with it, but don't ask him to throw the ball. Is MTG on steroids? Isn't she? No, I think, or is that just a rumor? Let's see. On steroids. On steroids. Let's plan out. Is she on steroids? Let me get the strength card. Are we done there? Is she on steroids? Strength. Okay. Give me 2 more just so I can say I did a reading. 6 of Pentacles. That's taking something. Oh, cards. Give me 1 more. The 6 of Swords. 6, 6, 8. It's like an upper because there's some sort of sloshy feeling going afterwards. I'm going to say yes, allegedly. She is on enhancements, but they have a side effect of the downer energy. So she's possibly on some sort of thing that makes her hyperactive. I'll say it that way. How long before electric vehicles are affordable to most people? long before electric vehicles are affordable to most people. And the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Plans for this type of thing. The Knight of Pentacles being something that's affordable at least over time. So payments, like I said earlier, the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. There will be talks about this. Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, not coming no time soon, though. But there is plans for this, though. Because the Five of Swords is also a defeat. Ten of Swords is also a defeat. And so you can have defeat of defeat. So it could be like canceling out the other. So to where we will have this sooner than we expected, but not anytime soon. So this could be like 8 to 10 years down the line. Now, this is also contingent upon plans. And so another thing that really affects these type of things is who is in the White House. And so when Obama was in, for instance, because this is one thing that frustrated me about y'all's Barack Obama, is that he did not do things and then go out to the public and give a list of everything he just did. And you have Republicans who are experts at controlling the narrative who tell you he didn't do nothing. And then you had black people around me saying Barack Obama ain't doing nothing for black people. Okay. He did something for the environment. Let's just start there because that's what we're talking about. You live here, so he did something for you. He was not the president of black people. He was the president of every people. So let's start there too. Now, the Two of Wands, like I said, are plans. It's contingent upon who's in the White House. He did something to where if a car was made in 2000, whatever he signed it, going forward, it had to have a certain miles per gallon. It could not be lower than that, or you cannot make it. So you have to have a car that goes more miles per gallon of gas. The car companies agreed. He didn't get pushed back or none of that. Signed it in, boom, there it goes. Trump gets in, they roll it back. Why? The car companies were on board with this. There was no issue. He rolled that back and got rid of it. So that's why the plans here and the Knight of Pentacles is slow, but Knight of Pentacles is also detailed. You have to pay attention to all the details. The Knight of Pentacles is the measure twice, cut once person. So he wants to make sure that whatever it is that he's about to do is going to be successful because I've crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's. So the Two of Wands is plans for the future. We have to figure out what to do, but it is contingent upon your leadership. Eight of Wands, Page of Pentacles talks about resources, talks about the cars themselves. The Page of Pentacles is some sort of thing that's worth money. And then the Ten of Swords and Five of Swords. So it's good news going forward, but it does depend on who is in charge. Because this is a type of thing that the government will still be involved in, whether or not the car companies are. And so if they tell you that cars going forward have to have this certain amount per gallon, or have to be electrical, or have to have this, or have to have that, then that helps. But as far as affordable, that is coming too. The Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This is not the 9, which is very expensive. This is not the 10, which is out of range. So we're in range at least, but 8 to 10 years. Okay, let's see. Actually, let me start with the list. I'll go over to here. I only started one. Jesus, I wasn't paying attention. Julie McNeely. Can you read on Puerto Rico? My cousins and you two, I don't know how to say that. Is that you two would do? Are expecting more flooding and mudslides from Fiona. So here's the thing. I did that one, Paulette. It won't work because they were trying to impeach him over, I don't forget what it was because we had a laugh about it though. His COVID response and something else. But no, it won't work. We did that one. I forget which week it was, though. So I don't like reading on weather because it feels very non-psychic. Because it's like saying, okay, there's a hurricane coming. Is it going to rain? Yes, it is. My spirit guides are telling me it's going to rain. Like, you're full of crap. Okay. So I don't like reading on the weather because it makes me feel like I'm making it up, because there's always going to be an earthquake. There's always going to be a storm. The earth spins, so it's going to storm everywhere. Now, what I can do, though, maybe I can do the reading and make it for your cousin. Maybe there's something they need to know, but I don't want to read on the whole thing because I feel like I'm just making things up. So I can say, what does your cousin need to know? There in Puerto Rico. We'll do it that way. Because maybe they will be directly affected, positive or negative. At least they have a different president, and he's not going to go over there and throw paper towels at them. He was embarrassing from start to finish. Lord Jesus, I can't. He makes me need an Advil, and I don't even take Advil. What does your cousin need to know about the storm? Cards will tell all your business. So let's narrow this down, please, and thank you. Page of Cups in the Tower. So there's both of those are surprises. The Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Sun, the Three of Swords, the Strength, Hangman, Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Yes. So if they are there, I don't know exactly the circumstances. If they could evacuate, at the very least, where your cousin is right now is not a good place to be specifically. The Page of Cups is surprises, and the Tower is upheaval and destruction. So it's almost like this is also a water card too. So it's almost like the water brings disaster. So something is in the sphere that they don't need to be around. So if they can get away from at least the area, that would be a good thing to do. The Two of Cups and the Sun. There is some positivity with unions and bonds, so they may have somewhere that they can go, or someone that will aid them here with the Sun and the Two of Cups. The Five of Cups, Three of Swords, Hangman. They are moving okay, because I don't think that area is going to be all right. The Five of Cups, Three of Swords, there's like regret and loss, and the Three of Swords is separation through distance. So it's somewhere they do need to move. The Five of Cups, like I said, is loss, but it's not total loss. It just feels like you've lost everything because you're fixated on what's gone, which in these cases is understandable because, Anyway, but the Two of Cups is saying be more, as I was saying earlier, be grateful for what you do have left, because at least you were allowed to escape or keep your life or something, because that is more important than buildings and things. But again, the grief is still going to be there because loss is still loss. I don't care what it is. The word of warning is strength. So this is not the time to try to get viral on TikTok by filming storms. So this is definitely get out of the way. Seven of Swords is in the word of solace. This is strategies. And then the Wheel of Fortune, there is moving on, time, fate, destiny, progression, life. So yes, I would move if you said they're planning. Okay, they were able to plan ahead. Yes, this is not cute. So don't play with this. Get out of there. Okay. We got 5 minutes. So let's do something for us. Encouraging word. Spirit, please, and thank you. Encouraging word. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. There is something I heard that I shall pass along. I forget who said it, though. Oh, it was a meme. That's why I don't know. So the Seven of Pentacles is about the harvest. Planting, giving it time. As the Bible says, as long as the earth remains, seed time harvest shall not cease, which means what you put in the ground takes time. You even got to water it because it's an intention. It's not even an actual thing. It's an intention. What you put in the ground, you eventually get back, but it is going to be amplified. So make sure what you're putting in the ground is a good thing. Because if you put in a seed, out comes a tree. So it's going to be amplified. But in your life, you have to also keep in mind of the moments where you are planted and not buried. That is the words I want to share with you. Sometimes in your life, you are the seed, and then you will be amplified once you go through the storm, once you go through the time it takes for that seed to mature. Things happen to you. They are lessons for their battle scars sometimes. Sometimes it's painful. But when you get to the other side, you are enriched with some knowledge you did not have before. You have to remember sometimes you are planted and not buried. You have to remember that I am going to be much better for this when I come out on the other side. This is not happening to me. It is happening for me. I am planted, not buried. Perspective is everything. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully at the regular time. I have somewhere I have to be in 30 minutes. So I have to go now, and I will see y'all tomorrow, like I said, hopefully at the regular time. Well, at the regular time, I will move heaven and earth. It will be at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. See y'all later.